All right, I passed Walmart onboarding. Woohoo! That's kind of weird though. I've worked here for 18 and a half years. Why would I be passing Walmart onboarding? Well, for those of you that follow the channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Basically, we were told here several months ago that, the process in which to get hired, which is Walmart onboarding, is a series of things that you have to do to get hired. And one of the subjects came up. Well, people in law enforcement, for example, they have to go to continued training while they're at their job. And many other jobs are that way too. Why wouldn't we go and have continued training? It only makes sense, right? Kind of keep you up on your skill. I mean, think about it. We're driving an 80,000-pound vehicle in traffic with families just feet away from our tires and front of our vehicle. I mean, it's pretty important that we're on top of our game. We're at our height of our career with our skill level to be safe out here. So why wouldn't we have training? It makes sense. I agree with that. So they announced that everybody will be going through what's called continuous training. I don't remember exactly what it stands for. Continuous training something. But it's onboarding, basically. A lot of people saying, ooh, that's terrible. Oh, I hate the thought of that. Oh, am I going to lose my job if I fail it? In which we were told it's not a pass or fail thing. It's just training, it kind of is a pass or fail thing, but it's not going to cause you to not have a job anymore. It would cause you to practice more and get better. And besides, if you've been here over 18 years, you better be good at this. I mean, come on, give me a break. What have you been doing for the last almost 2 decades? I would hope you're an expert at this. But I was kind of curious, how will I come out on this whole continuous training thing? So went to onboarding. It's only 2 days for the continuous training. Onboarding is normally 5 days. Maybe I should explain that first. Walmart onboarding is a series of things you do, which consist of 3 things mostly. A pre-trip, doing the tractor and the trailer in 30 minutes. And you can't miss any critical things like the fifth wheel or the tandem slides or the kingpin and these types of things that need to be checked. 20 minutes to do a backing. There's actually 3 different backings, but they're all kind of similar as far as onboarding goes. So you have 20 minutes to do that. You need to get out and look and all that type of thing. Can't be hitting trailers while you're backing in. And then there's a drive test, which, that's self-explanatory. You go out for a ride with an instructor and they see what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right. And so if you pass all those things, then you can get a job here at Walmart. Well, it's continuous training. That's what they're looking for with us too. And so first day out, they broke us up into 2 groups. And so we were outdoors. We were doing, we were doing the pre-trip, and then we were taking the drive. And the trainer that I got, or the instructor, I guess you'd say, he's been here at Walmart for like 30 some odd years. I can't remember, 33 years, long time. I've known him since the day I got a job here. I've known him. We haven't talked that much, but I've known him. And super nice guy. And, we did the pre-trip. He said it's fine. I did the drive. We said everything's fine. Everything's fine. Great. So then the other half of the day we were in, yes, we did go over and do some backing also that same morning. When we did the backing, it wasn't hard at all. It was actually really easy. We didn't do the 3 different backings on that particular test like you would do to get a job here, but we did way more than that the next day. But anyway, the backing, piece of cake, it wasn't hard at all. And so everything went fine. Other half of the day inside the classroom, basically going over, what Walmart expects from their employees, So second day comes around, and we're outside the whole day. And by the way, I was sicker than you could possibly imagine. I don't know how much that pertains to this conversation. Well, it does actually. I'll tell you why. People say, oh, it's terrible. It's really hard to do the onboarding, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I could have keeled over and died. I felt so bad. I was so sick. And even being that sick, which, by the way, my littlest daughter got the same thing. She had to go to ICU for 4 days. She got pneumonia over the whole thing. Whole family had it. But I showed up to do this anyway. I wanted to get it done. So I'm just suffering. I actually had a good time. But in the second day, we spent the whole time outside doing these crazy backings. They called it advanced backing. I mean, the backing that you have to do in onboarding is nothing. It's weak. It's not hard. It is really easy. Really, really easy compared to what they had me and a couple of other of us had to do. Like literally, we all admitted I have a headache over the whole thought process of it because it wasn't your simple, oh, back it in the hole blindside or something like that. Nope. Basically, they coned off a square that was about 1.5 times the truck size. That's truck and trailer. They smacked a cone right out in the middle like it was a pole. They put 2 different trailers in there on one side and then coned a deal over on the left side. So that was like a dock, and then you had to go in between the 2 trailers over here. Plus you have a cone in the middle of this parking lot, right? And you're supposed to back this thing into the one, pull it back out, back into the other, and put it back where it was, which, by the way, it's all the way on the other side. Now, me just saying that, it doesn't sound like much. If you were there, you would say, well, first of all, this is never going to happen in real life. Secondly, you'd be like, this can't be done. Yeah, it was that hard. It was that hard. And we all did great. We all did great. It was actually a lot of fun. But at the end of the training, I really appreciated them doing this. I think it's pretty awesome. And one of the things is I've always wondered, why are about 50% of the people fail onboarding? Somewhere between 40 and 60%. They fail onboarding. And I always wondered why that is. And I can see mostly why that is. Yeah, some of it is because of the skills aren't good. You're probably not good at backing. You don't do safety things like get out and check. You don't check things on your pre-chip, like the trailer coming off. I think some of it's that, but I think most of it is this. People have an ego, and that ego will get them in trouble, can get people killed. The ego is, I've been doing this many years, I'm always right. It's dangerous. If I owned a company, I don't want some guy there with an ego that's so bad that he's not willing to second guess whether he double checks something or not and go back and check it. Get out of the truck and go check it. It's better you do that than have some catastrophe happen and somebody dies. And I think a lot of the people that fail is because they are of the personality of, hey, I'm a professional, I know all this. And they can't take instruction from someone. Well, it's funny because apparently people just don't change. Because I remember back when I was a kid in school, we had a bunch of people like that in school. Yeah, they failed. They were the ones the teacher was pissed off at. They were the ones that, didn't go on to college or didn't go and get good jobs. They were the screw-ups. Don't be a screw-up, An ego it's not a good thing. It will hurt you in life. It'll hurt you in your marriage. It'll hurt you in your job. It'll hurt you in your relationships with your family members, like your kids. It destroys is what it does. It destroys. And it's destroyed 40 to 60% of the people's hopes of getting a job as good as Walmart. And so that's what I learned on this whole deal, that ego is the biggest problem and that you're not too big to sharpen up your skills and learn a few things. No matter how old I get or how long I'll be driving a truck, there's always something I can be learning. Which, if you look at my logo in the beginning, it says never stop learning. Because I learned that a long time ago. You can't have a closed mind. You gotta have an open mind and willingness to learn. So that's what happened with onboarding or continuous training. If you all just pay attention and you do your best and listen to what you're being told, you can pass onboarding pretty easily. It's not that hard. In my opinion, it's really not that different than when you went and got your license at the DMV back in the day. Which, by the way, I aced that back in the day. You know why? Not because I'm good at what I do or because, I'm better than other people. Nope. The reason I passed back in the day and the reason I got a job at Walmart is because I'm willing to listen and I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to be a team player. And it's always been that way with me. And it's paid off tremendously. So as far as onboarding goes, here's something that I'll make a little announcement about. We have a message the other day, well, actually yesterday, that came out and said that, we get what do you call them? Referrals, which we get money to refer somebody to get a job here. Well, they've cut that way back. Now you can only get 8 in a year, and it went from 5,000 a person down to 2,000 a person. And so I don't qualify to get referrals anymore, not this year. And even if I got the maximum amount of referrals, it's still only, let's see, like $16,000. If I got the maximum referrals, all 8 people went through successfully, stayed here for 1 year. That's the only way I can get that. And so, you know what I like about that? Because I actually do like that. I don't generally give the trolls any screen time, but I'll go ahead and give you your moment in the sun here, trolls. The trolls have said, oh, he wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for the referrals. He's lying to you. He doesn't care about you. He just cares about himself and getting those referrals. Well, I'm not getting any referrals, not for the rest of this year. And even when next year comes, it won't be hardly nothing. So, just like I said, back in the early days, there was a lot of people that just didn't care. They didn't want to help. It was all about them, which is weird because you think back in the early days, things were so much better. Yeah, they were a lot worse. Nobody wanted to help nobody. I was treated very poorly. Almost nobody wanted to help a new driver out. And it was a dog-eat-dog world back then. And that I've told this story before. That's why I started this channel. That really, I'll be honest with you, it really pissed me off. And I thought, you know what? I ever make it big in this profession, I'm not going to be a jerk like all those people. I'm not going to be an a-hole like all those people. I'm going to be the guy that helps people. I'm going to be the guy that will go out of my way to help a new driver. And so I've said it before. That's why I made this channel. It was to help people out because I didn't get the help back in the day. And I thought that was wrong. So I really do love that. I like the fact that it just proves that you should help other people out and you shouldn't expect anything in return. So I'm totally cool with the referrals being cut back. Something to know here. The reason why they're doing this is because in 2018, they started this program. We went from like 6,500 drivers to like 16,000 drivers. Well, they've hired up pretty much everybody they want to hire. At this point, they're only filling in positions where people either quit or got fired or passed away. And so we're not really hiring much anymore. Matter of fact, I got quite a few people that are emailing me telling me I can't get on. I've tried and tried and tried and I can't get on there. Well, it's because you got a ton of people that want a job here and they're just not hiring that many people. I said it before in the last few years, you better get on it now because you're going to find out that they're not going to be hiring much anymore. And then it's going to be about near impossible to get a job here. We're here. We are currently there. It's very hard to get a job here now. When I got hired on here, there was one more group of people that were hired after me the next year. They did no hiring, zero, for years and years. Well, they did it all the way till 2018. Nobody got hired. And I came on here in 06. So basically from 08 all the way to 2018, it was a 10-year period that we hired almost nobody. I'm not saying that's what we're going into now, but I will say this. It's going to be tough to get a job here at Walmart because we've hired up everybody we're going to hire for now. Unless there's something new in the works that I don't know about, that's what you can expect. But as usual, I will be out here to help people, whether they're getting a job here at Walmart or they just trying to get into the trucking career. I'm going to be here for you. You can always email me here at my email, don@20plustrucking.com. Hey, you can put me down as a referral. I won't get it, not this year. So, but next year maybe. But I just like the idea that Walmart can get the message that, I'm here helping people and I don't mind doing this even if I don't get paid a dime. I'm totally cool with that. So there it is. And that's what I got for you guys this week. I will catch you later.